Good evening, dear friend. I was all scheduled to go. I thought to myself, 6:30, candles will go on at 5:45. Well, I don't know why I was thinking that early. Okay, a little bit, 6:45. And I waited until 7. So that's why I did this, and I'm glad you were here. I appreciate that. Slight program note. Got a hold of Candace's people today. She has people, by the way. Good news. A day earlier, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 7:30, not Friday, Thursday. One day earlier, 7:30. Talked to her, very kind, very able producer. Said, do you think we can buy? I said, whatever you want. Whatever you want. What am I going to do? Say no? No way. So that's Thursday, 7:30. Great. Can't wait. Also, good news. Happy new baby. Mazel tov. Brosita. Ay, que bueno. Congratulations to Candace and Mr. Farmer on their latest edition. And she said very interestingly that many of the people watching her were able to detect by virtue of some type of clues. She said she was more likely, more prone, more apt to aggress. That might be it, perhaps, maybe that. I have no idea. Interesting, maybe. There might have been more, who knows? But it goes to show you a couple of things. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. And also today, I hope you saw one of the funniest, this is the thing that Owen Schroyer and Gavin McInnes in a debate that absolutely killed me. Gavin McInnes lost his mind. And I hope, by the way, please sign up for the newsletter. It went out today. I was doing this great newsletter, this piece on how disagreement doesn't mean the same as crazy, how we don't know how to argue, blah, 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 blah. And it was so perfect. So that, plus we'll go and we'll dissect what was going on this weekend. Laura Loomer she's in the crosshairs. How about this nutcase over the weekend who said, yeah, you're dead. Candace, she makes $800K a week. She never said whether she makes, that's incorrect because she doesn't make more or less. Aha, gotcha. She said, could be $1 million. And you know what? She deserves everything. So a lot to talk about. Oh my God, thank you so much for being with us. So sip back. I don't know what that means. Gregory Peck, grab a drink, grab a smoke, do whatever. I don't care what you want to do. It's your country, it's your body. Do whatever you want to do. But first, remember something, my friends. Remember, good news is people are buying these bug out bags because they're saying, wait a minute, this makes sense. I don't have anything planned. That's right. If you've got to book it, if we say, let's go, what are you going to do? This is the best bug out. I don't like the name sounds cutesy. It's an emergency satchel. It's a life bag, a life, whatever it is. But watch this and buy one or more. When disaster hits, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on what you already prepared. Wildfires, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, blackouts, EMP and grid attacks, riots, disaster. Get it? And when the warning comes, there's no time to search for flashlights or bottled water or first aid supplies while your family waits at the door. That's why My Patriot Supply created the fully stocked bug out bag. You've got to get this. It's a rugged grab-and-go tactical backpack packed with 60 emergency essentials, including food, water, shelter, fire, starting tools, lighting, first aid, and more. Everything is already packed and ready right out of the box. Keep one in your car, your home, your RV, your office, your cabin, because the emergencies never make appointments. And right now, you can get $100 off plus free shipping for a limited time. So act now. There will be no special invitation in life. Disaster always comes unannounced. Get prepared now. Go to preparewithlionel.com. That's preparewithlionel.com and click the link today. All right, my friends, a couple of things. First, on a very, very personal, very, very important note, tomorrow morning, my beloved Mrs. L, who is at this day in and day out 4 o'clock in the morning, she's going to be taking a train down to Washington tomorrow. Is going to be Social Media Victims Remembrance Day. In front of the Senate. Where is it? In front of the. It's called Senate Park. This is where all of the parents who lost loved ones via social media, this is what she's been fighting for. And she's on the phone constantly. There are write-ups and revisions and lawyers and Zooms. It is a 24/7 job. So please, that's why I ask you, follow her at Lynn's Warrior. She has a special message tonight. She just did. Please watch this. Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. I'm telling you, it's, and she get in at midnight. Just be there. And it's never a fun trip to Washington. It's people who lost loved ones. And she has made so many friends, and they look to her and they love her as well. They should. Now, my friends, in no particular order, again, if you missed, changing plans a little bit, Candace, Thursday night, 7:30. That's it. Not just Thursday, 7:30. It's going to be a barn burner and a humdinger. A couple of things in no particular order, and I mean no particular order. And first of all, welcome and thank you. Candace has. I keep telling people. I said, you don't. This is where to go. This is the show. This is the show. Candace Tucker. A different theme, a different vibe, a different everything. Completely, very critical, very important, very, very, very important. But she, in no particular order. Number one, I don't want to use the whole idea of mental illness as a punchline. We throw this around too much. We really do. Crazy, psychopath. This one's yes, a live interview. Yes, a live interview. Yes, live. There's something very, very bad about that. Mental illness is not anything like Diana Cat. The new members are just pouring in. Bless your heart. And we have a new one too here. By the way, Penny Bardsley, the Penny Bardsley. You know her number. You know what they heard about Penny? Penny? Oh, and if you heard, and Diane Cat, you know these two, right? You heard these two, these temptresses, these vixens, these, anyway, thank you. Brian Carter, ladies and gentlemen. Brian is, well, you know Brian's story, right? You know Brian's story? The whole thing about the carnival, remember that? It's a long story, and he swore me to secrecy. Brian, your secret's good with me. Thank you. He's a new member as well. Something is up with Laura Loomer. I don't know what it is, but if you told me, if put it this way, if I told you, hey, did you hear the word? What happened? Tucker was committed to a mental hospital. What? Everybody would say, what? They might disagree with me, but say, what? Or Candace was, what? Think about it. Anybody. If I said Erica Kirk was committed to a mental hospital, you say, I don't think she's in a mental hospital. I mean, she might be, full of shit, but if I told you, did you hear about Laura Loomer? She was committed, Baker Act, as we said in Florida, 5150, whatever you want to call it, involuntary commitment, 24 hours up to 72. You'd say, oh, it's about time. Seriously, you would say, what do you need to know? If she's not crazy, crazy doesn't exist. And there are things that we as humans know. When you go to a doctor, say, listen, something's wrong with grandma. I think you might want to check the medication. Something's wrong with my son. Something's wrong with this guy. It has to do, a lot of it, with, believe it or not, you just knowing something's wrong. When Candace knows, I guess, whether it is, bless her heart, her newest addition. Boy, when that baby pops, I guess, did she confirm it was a boy? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe she did. In any event, you're going to want to tell that child, do you know what you're stepping into? Do you know? You'll find out. Welcome. Okay. So, but in this world, there was a video I was going to post about. I don't know if it's. I can't believe it's true. It was on an Alex. This is when Laura was just losing her shit. I mean, losing it. Absolutely, positively, 100%. It's incredible. Now, what's interesting about this is that she's not getting anywhere. And she reminds me of the perfect corollary is that of the stalker. The stalker knows no bounds. Spend your time. Go to YouTube. YouTube chronicles it. Look at the stalkers. They will stop at nothing. Nothing. Remember the greatest one, the scariest movie I ever saw in my life was Fatal Attraction. When Glenn Close plays Alex Forrest, and she says, "I will not be ignored, Dan." I think it's Dan. I will not be ignored. And they don't stop. They don't stop. Did you ever see Crimes and Misdemeanors? Great. Angelica Houston, Martin Landau, when they have a fling as usual, and she starts calling up his home. Remember that story? Remember that? That's just, oh, wow. It's incredible. And what's also interesting is that, remember the movie Network with William Holden with his wife? She won an Academy Award for playing for that little role. I think she won an Academy Award. She was, I forget her name. Well, the wife, and it was terrific. Anyway. Their first rejection came from the White House. The White House, probably through Susie Wiles, said, "We're done with you. We're done with you. We're finished. This is enough. You're not helping us. We want to be as far away from you. This is, wait a minute, you don't love me anymore? Well, try stalking the White House. A little bit different. You know what I mean? If she could, she would. She doesn't know what to do. The next thing, somebody somewhere, if Israeli lobbyists and the like were smart, they're going to have to say, we've got to get a hold of her. Look, Ben Shapiro's bad enough, and a lot of these other lunatics are bad enough, but my God, this is the most important thing in the world. This is where if she's rebuffed and rejected by Israel next, because she's thrown everything into it. True or false, Laura Loomer, Larry, has inspired more anti-Semitism than anyone. Anyone. I mean it. I'm not kidding you. And I don't mean anti-Israel. I mean she has come out and basically, it's like when Joy Reid spews this anti-white nonsense, she actually inspires more racism. I don't know to whom she's addressing this to. Now, over the weekend, in one particular tweet, Larry is almost imagining how she and Charlie were a couple or friends, and he called me, and even Milo. Let me tell you something. Milo cracks me up. Milo is the dude you don't want as your enemy. Milo is great. He is phenomenal. If you piss him off, he's artistically crazy. You know what I mean? He's not crazy, but I mean he's exotic in his cantankerous notions. Milo, and I don't know if she's probably, but this Maureen Callahan, there are some women who have some of the most biting. We probably disagree on whatever it is. I was watching today Katie Halpern and Aaron Mate talk about Trump. Now, I don't know if they hate Trump. What they were saying about Trump and Iran, absolutely spot on. It was hilarious. However, in anything else, it would have been the old story. It would have been. But I'm finding that there are people, and women in particular, are having some of the best shows. YouTube is the great equalizer for women. For the longest time, women have said, how come they're not? Because on talk radio, people are saying, why aren't there more women on talk radio? You better do it really fast. And they don't. And I don't mean the recycled Greta Van Susteren, Laura Ingraham shit. We don't need that. I mean somebody who's really out there. Funny, caustic, great stuff. Well, anyway, during the course of this week, Candace had read, you have incurred my rage. This is to Laura Loomer, Larry. And she's really, really done it. She has basically said, you're absolutely, positively, you have done it. This is going to be a showdown, and it's not going to be pretty because Larry knows nothing. She actually was saying, screaming, that this AIPAC tracker and others, that she, of all people, she's an agent in a sense for Israel, and is suggesting that Tucker and Candace have to register as FARA agents. They don't represent Iran. They don't represent them. She does. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but if you're going to be an agent for Israel or France, sign up for FARA. Brad Parscale did it. He did it completely. That's Salem Media. That's 100% Israeli propaganda. It's like Radio Free Israeli, which is fine. Remember what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But this woman, I'm telling you, she is going to lose. She is pushed herself. And one of these days, when she gets to the point where she says, I don't have anything left, look out. Let's be careful. Get out of it. I can't imagine what. But you want to, you want to fuck around with Candace? Are you serious? First of all, and I don't mean to, you know the expression, don't argue with somebody who buys ink by the barrel. Remember that one? Meaning, if you're going after a newspaper, they have more resources, more ability to swarm you and overwhelm you with newspaper stuff. Imagine 6 million, these are just the subscribers, over 6 million devotees of Candace. Over 6 million, that's almost New York City. It's about 8 million, right? It's so close. But the point is, you're going to unleash all of these people? And who is going to be associated with you, Larry? Who? Nobody will. You are going to be the pariah, and that's when it gets dangerous. I hope, and I swear to you, you've got to believe me. I'm not just saying this. I'm not being, partially insincere. I mean this. I hope that she has a support team, and when that fall comes, when she finally says, I can't go anymore, I've lost everybody. Trump doesn't want me. Republicans don't want me. CPAC doesn't want me. The Iranians don't want me. Pahlavi doesn't want me. Nobody wants me. Israel doesn't want me. I've got nothing. The guy I'm trying to pick up in a bar doesn't want me. That's going to be dangerous. And that's when people sadly do scary things. And I mean this. I hope she has a support system, and I hope if she has parents or friends, keep an eye on her. She is not getting better. She is not getting better. Okay, next one. The PETN. The notion at the very, very end of the show, Candace received a letter from I think it's a husband and wife who are OED, ordnance explosive detonation. They're basically bomb disposal people. Our good friend KFL, whatever it says, BB said, USA is the 8th front in their war. What we are seeing is, but Charlie and Candace isn't just a thrilling story. It's literal warfare. Justice for Charlie and all, but this will get ugly. To a point. To a point. Have you seen that now famous? It's a video of BB at, I think he's at a settler's home or something. And he said, turn that off, to some kid or whatever with a camera. And either he turned it off, didn't turn it on. So BB says, these Americans, I can make them do whatever I want. They're nothing. It's so over, it's not even funny. It is so over, it is not even funny. And what's worse about this is that what apparently is really scary, not scaring, but getting Trump's attention is, they say, you're going to end up being the next Herbert Hoover. He said that. It's funny what got his attention. Herbert Hoover, you. So he basically said, that's it. The people who have known Trump, the people who have known him, worked with him, been with him, he's wonderful. But when he's done with you, he's done with you. Especially if you are negative. If you're going to hurt him. Not that he's just bored with you and you're just some lackey. But if you're somebody who threatens him and his well-being and his political background, he's done with you. And he is done. And they're sending J.D. Vance out there. And J.D. Vance is basically saying, oh, did you see the picture of Jared? Did you see what's happening in Albania? Dear God. Millions. Did you see this? They're going after Jared Kushner. They're saying, no. This is the one. They're naming him by name. And his wife, they said, you're not going to buy this? And they're looking because Jared figures I can do whatever I want. There's this picture of him standing next to, I think, somebody from Qatar or Emirates or something. And there's Jared. Who the hell's Jared? Why is he there? He's not elected. And meanwhile, J.D. Vance is talking about what a great job Jared did. Pretty soon, Jared, he's going to be out so fast. Watch. Because he doesn't understand. This is the one who said, BB slept at my home when he would come in to our family. We're very close with him over the years. He would take my bedroom. Why he's staying, I have no idea. Anyway, but that's the story. Oh, we're in this. Jared was a fellow who actually said, he said, yeah, this is a lot of oceanfront property. This is the thousands of dead, the souls, the children, the bodies that will never be recovered under the concrete of. Who would want to buy this? This is a callousness. But what really did it like nobody's business is when Ivanka, who is on another planet, she's nowhere. Now she wants you to look at me. I'm in my midriff, whatever the hell it is. I'm in a bikini. Look at me. I'm so gorgeous. I'm so sexy. Jesus Christ, look how beautiful. I'm so gorgeous. Can you see how beautiful, sexy I am? It's hard to believe, isn't it? I'm so sexy. And meanwhile, her husband has no affect whatsoever. In any event, when she did that stupid pod. He goes, yes, Jared and I were out on our friend's boat, the Rothschilds, this monster. And we were out and we said, hey, let's go for a swim. And she said, hey, what's this? We discovered, you didn't discover shit. She made it sound like we discovered an island. Nobody knew about it. What are you, Gilligan's Island? It was a 3-hour tour, uncharted. What? GPS is on the map. So we got out and we swam and we hiked barefoot. And we said, honey, what, Snookums? I think maybe we should, develop this. It's going to be extraordinary because she's going to be like the Trump. And that's when it hit the fan. That's when everybody said, what? Now, I'm sure they knew about it before. Maybe they did. But it was so audacious. It was so blatant. It was so in your face. Nobody could believe it. And that's when it, did you see today? Did you see it? Look at me on my, go to X, whatever. By the way, RT, best feed. Oh, God. Do you see where Poland is giving all these medals back? Did you see this? This is the, I've tried to explain this. The relationship of Ukraine, Stepan Bandera. These are Nazis. And I've got a friend of mine who says, but Zelensky's Jewish. It's like, you're a schmuck. You don't understand how this thing works. This is nothing to do. There's no affiliation with this stuff. This is why the Americans don't get what's going on here. Did you hear anything about this? No. Did you hear anything from Fox? No, because they're like this. They're not going to give up. I'm serious. They're not going to give anything. They're not going to give anything up. Nothing. And if they make a deal with whomever to spout, purvey, repeat the Israeli line, that's it. And they don't even know it. See, that's the part that, this is the part that I don't understand. I can't tell you everything I know, but there are people who ultimately are going to ask, let me ask you this question. If something happens to Mark Levin's position with Fox, let's assume, where's he going to go? Who's going to want him? Do you think his Israeli brethren are going to say, you don't worry, we got you covered. You ran interference. He is the worst lightning rod. He is, and by the way, in real life, he is, it's been a while, but when I met him, very nice guy. But he's this lunatic. And where do you think he's going? Brian Carter says, whose yacht were they on? NR, who owns the Central Bank of Albania? Will they make the Albanian people suffer an economic crash? It is the, yes, it is a Rothschild, it was purportedly bank. We don't know this. All I know is that I've never seen any, and thank you, by the way, I've never seen anything like this. See, Americans will never protest, march, move en masse. Never. We just don't do this. They mean it. And that president or whoever, they're going to say, no way. We can't do this. We're going to have unrest. We can't do this. What do you mean you can't do this? We can't do it. Look at them. It's you. And you got to understand something. There's this thing called, you ready for this? There's this thing called social media. So when somebody is on a if let's assume Candace speaks of this, Tucker speaks of this, it goes out analogy. An IM injection, intramuscular. We saw some movie over the weekend where somebody was trying to do an IV in the leg. You're not going to give somebody, I mean, they were trying to suggest it was intravenous. Anyway, intravenous, it's on a highway that's going 160 miles an hour, and there's no room for error. That's it. Done. Through your body. That's it. Whereas intramuscular, you wait a little bit, seeps through, catches eventually. Yeah. But if you want something fast, you want something real fast, intravenous. Fast. So if all of a sudden, little old Candace, little old Tucker, and a variety of other people meet and they say, we are with you, we're behind you, all of a sudden you will see a backlash they don't know what to do with. And guess what? Trump's going to look at Jared and say, you haven't been with me the whole time. You're an agent. You're a spy. Get out of here. You're worse than the rest. I know you're married to my daughter. You've got enough money. Get out of here. Because Trump then realizes I've been betrayed. So anyway, back to the story about this. At the end of Candace's show, there was a couple that called up and they said that the PETN directed charge is extremely possible with copper. And what Candace said was, it is extremely possible and viable for this particular alternative interpretation. One, that the charge itself was supposed to actually result in where it was. I don't think it was anywhere near the heart, but it was going to be a chest. It was supposed to be inverted in, and somehow it slipped, and maybe it was their whole case was wrong. Their storyline changed. Remember, their storyline changed. There was the original confession, and then the second one. The original one was, "You can't take me alive. I can't live in this jail. I can't do it. You can't do it. You can't goodbye, cruel world. They're gonna take me alive. Don't take me alive to Steely Dan." Remember? Well, guess what? He lived. And they say, "What the hell's going on here?" He lived. He lived. What do you mean he lived? Yeah, he's at the police department. He's at the police department? Turning himself in? Yeah, but he didn't confess. Oh, shit. That changes everything. Our whole narrative doesn't make any sense now. Oh. Well, then they had to quickly change his confession. But the PETN non-lethality makes sense also. Candace is right, because what it does is it shows the fact that this was something they had not planned for. None of this worked. None of it did. And that's why that Tatum, that cretin. And can you believe that they're going to put a 223? It would have came with me. Oh my God. It is beautiful. And did you also see today the people that were testifying to stuff that did not happen? Yes, there was a hole in his chest, and I saw blood pooling out of his chest. I saw it. He had a white shirt on. There was no pooling of blood in his chest at all. These were people that they were told, talk about crisis actors. These are apparently actors who were discussing something to the T that didn't occur. Didn't occur. You saw it. All these people, there was no chest. It was the neck. Nothing in the chest. That was the whole point. They had been given the line of what to say theoretically, had the microphone worked correctly. There would have been a hole in the chest. There would have been trauma here. There would have been a pooling of blood. They could have anticipated what would happen, but it didn't work. It malfunctioned. It slipped, whatever it was. And if you say, well, how could they be that stupid? How could any of these people be that stupid? They still have Erica Kirk in there. And every time Erica opens her mouth, They tear her apart. Did you hear when Candace today said, it is true. She says, who in their right mind, ever would say, listen, I'm going to turn this over to my wife? What? Imagine the fellow who, the young man from the insurance company who was killed by Luigi Mangione. What if he said, and if I leave, if I die, I want my wife to take over. Say, excuse me? Your wife doesn't work here. No, but I want her to take over. What? Excuse me? So she went through, she says, when did this ever happen in real life? The first one was a woman who owned the Tootsie Roll company. When her husband died, she took over. Why? It was her family's company. He married into it. He took over, and she was a vice president. She knew what was going on. Second was Miriam Adelson. She herself had stocks. She got the stocks and the ownership from her husband, and she had already been doing that. She didn't want to run it, but yeah, she inherited his thing. Then the third one was Erica. Oh, and also Catherine Graham. Catherine Graham inherited the Washington Post after her husband committed suicide. Remember that one? It's Phil Graham, her husband. He was also part of Operation Mockingbird. And when she took over, her family owned it. And she had been in there. So none of this, Candace was right, none of this exists in the real world. None of this. Where this dumb shit comes along. And then she also said, it was so wonderful because my family, she just says stuff. She just makes shit up. We have a friend of ours who makes shit up. Yeah, I talked to him. No, you didn't. Why? Because I was there. Oh, okay. Why'd you say that? I don't know. Just make stuff up. Tells us stories that don't even benefit him. They're just alternative. Well, that's what this was. And I couldn't wait so I could take Gigi. And because they love her. And I used to take her there all the time. She was going to, ballet class. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Ballet class. Yeah. And we'd stop by. And I wanted to see where Daddy works. And all the nights, we knew them. We knew their names and who they were because we bring Gigi by. And Gigi would go and they give them gifts. And I loved them. And we knew them. I knew who everybody was. Other tape, other cut, other insert. And I can't wait. What's your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't wait to meet you and who you are. Wait a minute. You just said you knew everybody's name. I know, because I'm full of shit. I just make stuff up. I don't know. She just lies. She lies. And she mentioned that pastor, I think it was a Pastor McCoy dude, who, as we said the other day, who talks about about Candace rather, at church. It's bizarre. But listen, I got to share this with you. This morning, I did a video. I lost my mind. Owen Schroyer, as you know, good guy. Worked with Alex. He had a falling out or something. Owen did time for the January 6th stuff, which was a trespass. Owen did federal time. I don't know how long, but still, if it's an hour, it's too much. And he was pardoned by Trump. And Owen is an extremely talented young man. I've known him for a while. You were through Alex. But he was on this thing with that Brandon Straka. What does Brandon Straka do? Walk away. Okay, Brandon. Look, good for you. I don't watch it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But his whole thing is he used to be a liberal. Now he's not. Now he's this. Okay, fine. So he has some kind of a debate with Gavin McInnes, who looks kind of like a Kentucky colonel. And by the way, he has a beard like that because apparently he has no chin. He reminds me of that guy Gugine. You know that who does the. Have you seen him? Brush your hair. Mean, how you doing? He does a sandwich thing in Staten Island. You know what I'm talking about? He has no chin. In any event, Gavin McInnes was associated with something called the Proud Boys, but it wasn't. It was this original incarnation where it was about people who didn't go out or get laid, or I don't know what it was. And then somebody took over, and then it got to be whatever it was. So Gavin McInnes is not a part of any kind of a paramilitary anything. I met him one time. We had lunch. He's Anthony Cumia's buddy. They ran Compound Media. That's all I know. Good, alternative, a real pain in the ass. He's a real shit stirrer, and I think that's great. So apparently he is now a Trump person, I guess. And interestingly enough, he was on the show, this debate. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know if he was Vice Media. I know that was Shane. Was it Shane? I know he's a sellout. He sold his Gavin McInnes. He was involved in. Yeah, he co-founded Vice Magazine in 1996, relocated to the U.S. So he's got his thing, and he's a Canadian, very, 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 very good. Good for him. Like him. He's okay. Good, whatever. But he was on this debate, and apparently Owen got under his skin, and he lost his shit. I mean, lost it. And I went crazy. And I did a video today. I hope you watch it. But let me, if you don't want to go watch it, check this out. This is the most important thing in the world. Now, please, this is pretty rough now. Send the kids out of the room now. Some nasty. He tends to be a bit caprolalic, as we say. So this is the story. This is it. Let me see if we can bring this to you. Hang on. Let me see if we can show you our dear friend. Okay, here we go. Ready? I warned you. Here we go. Owen Schroyer and Gavin McInnes.
If this becomes a war, then I'm off the Trump train.
Now, before we begin, now look at Owen. Owen sitting back. Look at that look. Do you believe anything? Anything? You think he's just ready? He is so insouciant, so ensconced. Look at Gavin leaning forward, ready to attack. ready for something. I don't know what he's ready for. But this is where this starts off. And the question is, Mr. McInnes says, well, we're not really at war. And Owen says, well, you define war. And ladies and gentlemen, uninterrupted, here we go.
If
how is it
something stupid,
what are the metrics?
You fucking give me a chance.
But what are the metrics of a war, Gavin?
I'm not talking if you interrupt me again.
Well, you can't just say.
Yes, I can. Of course I can.
So what is a war?
I'm allowed to say a thing.
Tell me what is a war.
Don't tell me what I can't fucking say.
Tell me what is a war.
Let me say my sentence for fuck's sake.
What is a war?
Shut the fuck up for 2
See, did you see Brandon Straka really I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
2 seconds, Owen.
Let him answer.
Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, did you check out, this is Owens, this is Straka. Straka really, he moves in here because he has to say something. You ready for this? Watch this.
Sentence for fuck's sake.
What is a war?
Shut the fuck.
Please watch the video. I don't want to keep playing this. It's absolutely terrific. Now let's watch the rest of it.
Up for 2 seconds, Owen.
Let him answer.
Jesus Christ, man. So right now, and again, there's been no action for a month. That's not a war.
There's been no action for a month. So there's no war. If there's a ceasefire, if there's a lull, the war has stopped. Now, with all due respect, I think Gavin is thinking, what the hell am I doing here? What am I saying?
There's a standoff going on, and you guys are already calling it a war and leaving after 15 American
Trump called it a
casualties.
war.
Well, it's not. He's wrong.
Okay. Trump got to war. I knew that. Remember Nathan Thurm? Remember this guy on SNL? Oops, hang on a minute. It was Nathan. That's not it. Nathan Thurm. This is the one where he said, I knew that. Of course I knew that. Hang on a minute. I got this story. Got to get, there we go. He goes, I knew that. Well, Trump said that. I knew that. Well, he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay, sure. Yeah, he's wrong. Gavin is thinking, when is this over with?
But what if it doesn't work then? What happens?
It could be the biggest success, the biggest brilliant chess move in the history of America.
Every president thinks they can win this bet, and not one of them has.
I like what she says. What if it doesn't work? If it does, this is the most incredible advance. Listen, my grandma here, they say she's got 3 days to live. She apparently has a glioma and all kinds of problems in her brain. What do you want to do? Wolfbane and thistle. Is it going to work? Well, if it does, it'll be one of the biggest stories ever. Will it work? I'm telling you, get ready. This watch excuse me, watch my original piece this morning, please. I can't let me make sure you see it. I was actually not feeling, I was just kind of feeling like, the coffee wasn't kicking in, nothing was, and then I somehow came across that and I lost my mind. I think it was clearly one of the funniest things I have ever seen. And the reason why it was funny, let me get this. There we go. The reason why it was funny is I love to see people just completely lose their mind. And he did. And the funniest one was, I can say whatever I want. Don't tell me I can't say this. I can say whatever I want. That was kind of an expression. Absolutely. So I did, by the way, just between you and me, I did DM. I think that's what the kids call it. There's the link right now. I DM'd. And I said, classic. He said, I know. I said, it was just absolutely beautiful. But that's kind of where we are right now. So understand what's going on. Think about this. You've got Larry, ready to, I don't know what, climb a bell tower. Who knows? You've got Candace owning everybody. Have you ever, when you watch Candace, doesn't she give you at least 5 names you never heard of? I got to be honest, full disclosure, I don't really know the superstructure and the roster of TPUSA. I don't know who these people are. I really don't. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. So she will say, now this guy, Fargo Ledbetter, was taking the picture. Now, he went to school with Mikey McCoy's cousin, Edgar. I'm thinking, I don't know this. Wow, this is labyrinthine. The connections is like a maze and amazing. So I don't really know what's happening with that. So that's terrific. Now we've got this. You've got every day. You've got these people. And I wonder if anybody said, Gavin, did you know what you just did? Oh, I did that on purpose. No, you didn't. You know he wasn't doing this just for fun. That was from the heart. That was when you get under the skin. And you know what I would have done is when somebody's screaming, you always do this. Take it easy. Take it easy. That calm sends them over. What do you mean? You don't understand this. Daniel Patrick Moynihan said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but not their own facts. They kind of make things up. Please, I also ask you, dear friends, sign up for the newsletter. If you get one, you get them all. And the newsletter is just tremendous. And let me see. Yeah, hang on. Yes. Is that it? Let me see here. I think that is, yes. Let me see here. Just to make sure. I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase. As the old, yeah, there we go. That's it. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So let me give you this right here. Make sure you sign up for this. I've got this beautifully written piece, absolutely free, 100%. Just sign up for it, and I'll send you a wax eloquent, give you my prosaic look at the world. Sometimes people get it, sometimes they don't. But there's this, we have lost the ability to debate Imagine William F. Buckley, or he never lost it, never got upset, except that the closest he did it was with Gore Vidal, and he said, "Listen, you queer, I'm gonna shock you. I'm gonna shock you, and you'll stay plastered." That was Buckley losing his mind. "Listen, you queer." And Gore Vidal said, "I don't know what you're talking about. You play the harpsichord. You're a little," I don't know. It was the greatest. And later on, to his dying day, Buckley said, and Gore Vidal knew how exactly how to just, they hated each other. Well, anyway. But that was then. Today we lose our minds. Did I show you that Riley Gaines thing? That's another one too. I thought she was really something. They're trying to groom her. She's nothing. Oh, and Liz Wheeler, another one. Is that Liz Wheeler? Oh, please. Give me a break. Who was the other one? What's her name? Not Tori, Tungi, Tuki? No. Tony? No. Tommy Lahren. Another one. What is she, about 50 years old? Who is this woman? Who are these people? They kind of blonde them up and they say, "Are you kidding me?" They couldn't carry Candace's jock. And there's one thing at least, and that makes no sense. And at least, say what you want about Larry Loomer, she's not there for her looks. She's powerful. She knows a little bit about something. I mean, the really good people that we like, all of them, you got to know what you're doing. We're not impressed by looks. It doesn't mean anything. It's nice, right? But that's not it. To the Fox News crowd, and I hate to say it to Trump to an extent, that's all they've got. We are ready. Let me explain something to you. It's all coming apart. I don't know what J.D. Vance is going to do. Did Peter Thiel tell him, "Listen, don't worry about this"? Mary Adelson is never going to forget him. Marco Rubio has not said a word about this. And he is now hoping, if I just leave. The problem is that America is going to stick with J.D. Vance because he had the balls to do it, even though he was doing it at the instruction or at the behest of Trump. See, things are changing. Let me ask you something. True question. True. It is a boy. She have a boy. She did have a boy. She was intimating. Excuse me. I could tell by the hand fart. Yeah, I'm getting a boy. Now, by the way, with all due respect to Candace, how do you know? I mean, what is gender? I'm not even going to start that. But what we're seeing right now is something that is different. Oh, my question is, do you know anyone who says, "I'm 100% with America giving Israel whatever they need and fighting to the very end until they wipe out Iran completely"? And then Syria. Not Syria. Or maybe Syria, but Lebanon. Do you know anybody who said, "Get Lebanon, get Hezbollah next, but I'll do anything, whatever they say. I don't care if we have the money. I don't care if we use all of our boutique weapons. I don't care." Do you know anybody? Seriously, I'm asking the question. Do you know anyone, not you, but do you have any of your friends, anybody who says, "Yes, this is a worthwhile endeavor"? I want to see if I can show you this one piece, which was the most. God, this was incredible. There was a wonderful. Oh, Alan Dershowitz to sit for questioning in House Epstein probe. Remember, I've been asking, where's Epstein been? I'm not Epstein. Well, that's a good question. Where's Alan Dershowitz? And by the way, this Clive Davis, this guy was so dirty. He knew. Oh. Did you ever hear that? Of course you didn't. The stories about him with Whitney? That's all I'm going to say. If half of this is real. And then I have these people I know who are in the biz. Oh, here I am sitting here with Clive Davis. Do you know what this son of a gun did? I don't know, but he was famous. That's all they care about. That's all these people care about. He was an absolute horror story. Horror. It's just, nobody knows. Nobody cares. In any event, I want to show you this one thing which is really good. Oh, do you see these? Oh, another one too. Keep an eye on this. This was bang. Jillian Michaels. What the hell is her? She is terrific, except when it comes to anything involving the Middle East. Okay, here we go. Listen to this. This is good. Listen to this. Ready for this one? This is a good story. Oops, hang on a minute. How can I possibly blow this up? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's look at the Obama JCPOA in 2015 and the Trump plan in 2026. Okay? Okay. Number one, unfrozen Iranian assets. Remember, this is Iran's money, whether you like it or not, what are they going to do with it? I don't know. It's their money. They're going to sell oil. Yes, it's their money. Under JCPOA, unfrozen Iranian assets, $1.7 billion. Under Trump plans, $25 billion. Next, Iran's uranium stockpile. Under Obama's JCPOA, a 98% reduction. Under Trump, no agreement. Next, Iran's enrichment program. Capped at 3.7% under JCPOA. Trump, no agreement. Okay. Iran sanctions in place under JCPOA. Under Trump, lifted. Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, open without restriction or tolls. This is Obama, JCPOA. Now open with Iran and Oman controlling it and tolls. They control it now. American lives lost to get the deal under JCPOA, 0. Americans' lives lost lives under Trump, 15. American injuries to get the deal under Obama, 0. Under Trump, 543. Next, direct costs to get the deal. Under Obama, cost of diplomacy. Under Trump, $100 billion. What did we do? We gave Israel money to bomb to, I don't know what the hell we did. Additional geopolitical risk, negative. Some say that the additional geopolitical risk could be greater than the COVID scare. Additional costs, millions for oversight, $300 billion for reconstruction. It is the worst deal ever. And Trump knows that. He knows that. And what he's going to be doing is he's going to be saying, and I'm telling you right now, he's going to say, what the hell was I doing? What was this about? What was I thinking? I was bamboozled. I was led down the primrose. This is just. Now, here's the deal. This is not a matter of, do you like Trump? He's not our friend. He's our president. I've always said, personally, I like him. But this has nothing to do with whether I like him or not. Do you understand that what you're seeing right now, you'll never see? We haven't seen this forever. Watch what happens. You know, most people are worried about this damn algae thing. It happens all the time. Who cares? It was stupid. He got somebody, do you hear that, honey? He got somebody who wasn't a friend of his, or I don't know. Does that surprise you? No. But Albania, Kushner, Ivanka, all of this. Somebody needs to sit with them and say, what are you doing? This is your legacy. This isn't about making money. He's got more money than you can. This is not it. Oh, and by the way, you know what the new inside skinny is? You know who his buddy is? Zuckerberg, not Elon. Wait till you see the war of AI. Wait till you see how they're going to trash SpaceX. Wait till you see the move to pronounce Elon as a fraud, as a huckster, a shite, trillionaire, my ass. Watch that. So buckle up, my friends. These are going to be the most incredible times ever. Ever. Right? So thank you. Please do me a favor. Follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. Go right now. She's got a brand new video tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, she'll be taking that Amtrak down to DC. That long 3-hour chug-a-chug. What does that mean? I have no idea what it means. Chug-a-chug? Did I say that? What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, to meet with parents and to watch them again cry and hold pictures of their family. It is the most heart-rending thing you've ever seen. So support her. Go to Lynn's Warriors. She needs your, we need those numbers. Big tech isn't a big fan of hers. They don't like it. She keeps reminding people of what happens. Also, please like this video. Very, very important. Also, what's very important also is for you to hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And also make sure that you subscribe because people are unsubscribing. And again, if you've just tuned in, Thursday, 7:30 p.m., Candace Owens here, live and in color. Okay? So thank you, my friends. By the way, the merch sales through the roof, thanks to you. Don't forget your bug out bag. All right, my friends, have a great and a glorious day. Thank you. Thank you for the kind thoughts. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the new memberships. Thank you for everything. And thank you for being a part of this. You are the reason God made Oklahoma. I mean that because you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You are so beautiful to me. You know, that should be a song. Until then, my friends, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dad.